and welcome back to TF1C, the Formula 1 chat. F1 is back again. It's only been, it's 2 days for us at the time of recording. 3 days, something like that. I've only got 2 days until we're back with the practice sessions. But yeah, F1 double header. We've just been to Britain. We're here in Austria and we're doing our previews. We're starting off with Formula 3, F2 and F1 will be posted around an hour or so after this in succession. F3, F2, F1. In that order, we're starting with Formula 3. We're going to run through our predictions. We're going to give a little bit of preview, a little bit of a look back on Britain, and a little bit of a look forward to Austria. So, of course, last time out, it was Leclerc who stood on the top step, and now it's very close between him and Alpine Academy driver Victor Martins. Very close between the two of them. Who do you think is going to have the better weekend here? Round the Red Bull Ring.
It's really tough to call. Really tough. As we said, there's not much to separate them in the championship. But I have said that I think Martins will have a better weekend.
Interesting. I similar to you, really. It's not. I think it's going to be a track where we see Red Bull juniors dominate. It's a track where they've all been testing all year. If they've done any testing, that's going to be around the Red Bull Ring. So I think that does play into their hands.
Yeah.
More than obviously Ferrari that aren't testing around Imola.
No.
Because they don't own the track. It's just their home, but they don't own it. But Red Bull obviously owned the Red Bull Ring, obviously. They can just send their rookies out on there. Yeah. So they should be up there. Whether they are or not is a different matter, but they should definitely be up there. Into qualifying predictions then for the Formula 3. I mean, I've gone fairly Red Bull dominated. Have you?
No. Not in quali. Wow. Not in quali.
Interesting. Into quali then. P5. Who do you have? P5 and quali. We only do the top fives, by the way, if you are new around here.
I have got a Red Bull driver. It is Johnny Edgar. Obviously, great to see him return to Formula 3.
And a very strong return as well. Bro.
Yeah, he had a great weekend at Silverstone, and I think he's going to carry it on here. Decent performance. His second qualifying session back. I'm expecting a decent lap.
Fair enough. I've gone for Williams Academy driver Zach O'Sullivan. Very strong performance around Britain. Of course, took the pole position. Lost out to Leclerc, but a very good lap to get on that pole. And they did well in the race. Almost got shot towards the end. Well, to be fair, almost got pit by Bearman towards the end. But a very strong pace throughout. Very good lap in quali. I think he's been very proud of his showing last time out. And I think he'll have a good quali again to here. He's shown he has the raw pace. Sometimes lacks the experience, I guess, to go for overtakes, and sometimes lacks the race pace. But in quali, he can definitely string a very strong lap together. Yes. Who have you got in P4?
P4, I, the man you mentioned, Zach O'Sullivan. As you said, decent qualifying performances this year. I've been very, very impressed with his performance in Formula 3 as a rookie, Williams Academy. I think he's definitely got a bright future ahead of him, and he'll be starting on the second row of the grid. Yeah,
fair enough. I have current championship leader Victor Martins down in P4, but the highest of the top two.
So it's not really a bad quality for him.
No, I don't think it'll be too aggrieved. I do have, just checking who's in third now, I might have the third place man ahead of him. I do have the third place man ahead of him, but where? I guess we'll see in a moment. Who've you got? P3, just behind the front row.
I have Jack Crawford. Obviously, as we said, he's a Red Bull driver, Red Bull Academy driver, very quick driver as well. He's had some good qualifying positions this season and some great race pace. But we're also in quali. I'm expecting him to be P3.
Yeah, fair enough. Johnny Edgar is my third place. He's kicking off what's an all Red Bull top 3. Yeah, Johnny Edgar, as you mentioned there, I'm not going to go into it because you just went into it. But yeah, he did very well in Britain. P2, if you got.
P2, I have championship leader Victor Martins. As you said at the start, Alpine Academy driver, and he has had a very, very strong season
Alpine will be very happy.
Yes,
especially with
definitely.
So F3 are at France, aren't they, in 2 weeks' time? His home race, being a Frenchman, Alpine's home race, I'll be expecting big things of him there. Yeah. Maybe not here, but I think that next time out will be where he really shines.
Front row of the grid, I think he's going to put a decent lap together.
Certainly a very good
lap. His eyes will be on that feature race victory.
Of course, I have followed suit with your P3, I believe. You've put Jack Crawford down. I've got him P2, a place higher in the qualifying. I've got Crawford P2 for all the reasons you literally just mentioned. So who is on your Formula 3 pole then?
I have Roman Stanek.
Oh.
Went into Britain weekend, P2 in the championship.
Yeah.
Comes out P4 or 5, I believe.
Say, I didn't see him.
He had a really tough weekend in Britain.
P4, yeah.
As soon as you qualify low, it ruins your weekend. And I think he's going to bounce back and show he's still in with a shot in this championship and stick it on.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't rate Stanek that highly. Might be a bit harsh, but I think when he has got very good points, it's been in quite fortunate situations. Exactly, and when you're lower down on the grids, we've seen how like Leclerc managed to cut through a load of drivers. Martins has been able to cut through drivers. They're the kind of drivers that are going for the championship. They're able to do it no matter where they're qualifying. But Stanek, I think he does rely on not having to make too many overtakes. But I mean, from pole, definitely plays into his hands then.
Yes.
For my pole, it's been the driver that I've been most surprised by, I guess, is the right way to say it. It's not Oliver Bearman.
Wow.
As I said, he drives for Red Bull. It's Isack Hadjar. Going into the season, he was not a name being mentioned by anyone as being up there for the championship. But Hadjar has been sensational. Finds himself P3. He is only 9 points off the lead. I think he could come out of this weekend as our championship leader, which for a rookie, he's a rookie, which for a rookie is very, very strong. And then I think, High Tech obviously going to need drivers next season. Vips is not going to be there, you'd presume. And then they've also got Armstrong, who you'd imagine will probably give up on his single-seater. Yeah. Or he could go FE, but I mean, like Formula 1 dreams. So High Tech will need 2 new drivers. Hadjar is the perfect replacement. I think he's done so well in F3. And I think, in terms of form, I know Leclerc obviously won in Britain, but I don't think he's going to be too strong this weekend, considering it favours the Red Bulls. Red Bull Academy drivers, I'd be backing Hadjar to do really well here, and then top the championship, which does give a lot in terms of mental state and stuff. Yeah. Okay. Obviously, then championship topper. Into that sprint race, then reverse the top 12 in Formula 3, and so he comes out on top. Who do you have in P5?
I've got Jack Crawford starting P3 for the feature race on the Sunday. That will put him down in P10, on the Saturday sprint.
Good drive through then.
He's going to show a very good drive and some very good pace to get himself into the top 5.
Yeah, fair enough. My P5 is Franco Colapinto. He took the pole in Bahrain. Very stunned by that. Was not expecting Van Amersfoort to pull something like that out of the bag off the bat. But it was fantastic from him. He's been quietly picking up some consistent points throughout the season from there. And this race, he's going to be doing that again. Yeah. P5, you probably won't notice him too much. No. I think he'll quali around 7th and then pretty much finish in the same. Because obviously, sprint, it'll be like, 7th would be 6th. So, I'd be backing him to then just make one overtake, get up a position, and get some very strong points.
P4. I've got Zane Maloney. Now this is an interesting one, I know, because he's a really up and down driver. In Silverstone, he drove like an absolute prat.
That's the problem. This is a track where mistakes will be punished. Like
It wasn't really mistakes though, was it? He's just driving like a tool.
Yeah, but exactly. If you try and go wide around here, I'm thinking like turn 1 and turn 3 in particular. If you go out wide, he's going to end up flying over what the sausages.
It wasn't really that though. It was more.
No, it's not sausages. Sleeping policemen, aren't they called?
Yeah.
The little bits of.
But
they're not full sausages.
When he just pushed Bearman off the track.
Yeah, I don't really know what he was trying to do there.
But he's also a very quick driver, so that's why I put him P4.
Yeah, fair enough. My P4 is Arthur Leclerc. I think he's going to get a fairly low qualifying position. I think we will see him. I think he could be on sprint race pole and bog down off the start. But I think we could see him get to like 6th in the race. But I think around 12th for quali here. He's had a mixed season for qualifying, Arthur Leclerc. He's either pole or 20th.
Yeah, I mean, obviously
Something like
he
that.
put it in the gravel on his quick lap, and
Yeah.
that brought out a red flag and an end to qualifying.
But then he was still managed to
Bahrain, he was out
get
of top
through.
12. So yeah.
But then, like last time out, P2.
Yeah.
So he's really up and down with qualifying this season. I think it'll be another poor qualifying from Arthur Leclerc, but in the sprint race, I think he'll have some strong pace.
Okay, P3, man, you mentioned Arthur Leclerc. Not too much else to say.
Yeah, fair enough. P3, I have Roman Stanek. You put him on pole. I don't think he's that quick, but I think he could be up there. I think he could be qualifying around P9, which would then flip him round to P4, and then getting that third place. Not too much effort when Arthur has the poor start. So I think Stanek will benefit from that, and possibly a few other driver mistakes. He's just usually consistent, doesn't really get involved in anything. And I think Stanek will just quietly bring home a podium here.
Yeah, P2, I have Oliver Bearman. Ferrari Driver Academy, very good driver, very quick driver. I'm expecting a bit of a weaker quali, but I think he's going to be on sprint race pole, and he's going to take P2. Not quite the win.
P2. Interesting. I think Bearman will also be P2. I've still got him to come, but first up is Isack Hadjar in P2, and he I mean, obviously he was qualified on pole. Yeah. He's cut through everyone from P12 to get to P2. Couldn't quite touch the guy who qualified second for the sprint race, Oliver Bearman. I think he's going to win.
Wow. I mean, we have our top two reversed, because winning my sprint, I have Isack Hadjar.
So you didn't put him top 5 in quali, did you?
No.
Interesting.
Harsh. I don't think he's going to be too far off. We're only on the top 5.
Yeah.
I think maybe he's going to be 6th, 7th, and then that we flip to 5th. So... yeah, decent drive from Hadjar to win the sprint. Yeah,
I think if Bearman he'll be alongside Leclerc in my prediction. So Leclerc fogs down, Bearman just goes. Hadjar, I think he will. If there was another lap or two, he would overtake Bearman. Yeah. So I think it'll be like, Hadjar's guaranteed to win in the feature then. Going on to that feature race then. Yeah. P5, who have you got?
I've got Isack Hadjar.
This man is loving the promotion right now. If Hadjar's out there looking for some promoters, DM us, Hadjar.
I've got Isack Hadjar. Again, same reasons we mentioned throughout the video. He's a quick driver.
Yeah, fair enough. I have Franco Colapinto. 5th in the sprint, 5th in the feature.
Decent weekend for a Colapinto.
Yeah, I think you'll take that. I mean, that's what... 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, and then 16 points. I think you'll take that. Sorry, just do some quick maths. P4, if you got.
P4, I have got Arthur Leclerc picking up a podium in the sprint in P3, P4 in the feature. I think he'll take that after qualifying outside the top 5. I think it's going to be a decent... I think he'll qualify maybe P7, 8. That grid will be flipped. Get a decent result in the sprint, and then it'll be a good drive on the Sunday to get into P4.
Yeah, fair enough. I have in my P4 Oliver Bearman. He's going to cut through because there is going to be an incident between two drivers, which I will get onto shortly, because that's going to give a time penalty to one of them and put the other one out of the race. But I don't want to ruin my top 3, so I'm not going to mention who those are yet.
My first podium sitter in P3 is Jack Crawford. P3 in quali, so he holds position on the grid. P5 in the sprint, and then, as I said, podium in the feature race. Very good weekend for the Red Bull Junior.
Yeah, fair enough. P3, I have thrown an absolute curveball with this one and gone for David Vidales. He's not been anywhere near the top points, but he's always consistently...
He scored 2 in a...
Yeah, exactly. He's always consistently around the back half of the top 10.
Yeah.
And I think here, he's going to do that again. He's going to be there. He's going to be consistently just doing his thing, chilling. And then when the chaos kicks off in front of him, he'll be there to swoop on in. Because I think he'll qualify around 8th. In the sprint, he'll drop back. But in the feature, he'll be there to take advantage when shit hits the fan for all the other drivers. And he'll take a podium. A very deserved podium, because he's had a really good season. Because I didn't realise this. He's ahead of drivers like Zane Maloney, who seems to always been up there and then just pummel into someone. He's ahead of Juan Manuel Correa. He's ahead of Gregoire Saucy.
Yeah.
Even Risa Shijima. Mate, he took a podium at Britain.
Yeah, he took a podium.
Mate, don't slag off of Shijima. Yeah, very good weekend.
Okay, into P2.
The VAR. Yes, into your top 2.
I have Victor Martins. He'll be in the championship lead going into Austria. Don't quite know what the maths is, but Leclerc picking up a P3 and a P4. I don't know if he will still lead the championship. Depends where he finishes. Obviously, he's not in the top 5. He could finish elsewhere. But I've gone P2 in the feature race. Decent result, and he's only going to lose out to one man. He's going to be very, very quick.
Yeah, fair enough. I have in my P2 Johnny Edgar. I think he will get passed by Martins off the start, but that will come to his beneficiary later on, because that will leave him P4, Martins Crawford P2, Hadjar P1. Who's your P1 first, though?
Man, you put in P2. I've got Johnny Edgar.
Wow.
Winning the Austrian feature race. Obviously, as we said, it was great to see him back in Silverstone, and one weekend later, he is going to be taking the checkered flag first at the Red Bull Ring. Red Bull Junior driver, Helmut Marko, watching along, thinking, yes, we have got some talents coming through our grid. But just a great win for Johnny Edgar.
Yeah, fair enough. As I mentioned, Edgar would be 4th. Then we have Crawford and Martins, but they're going to have a battle. And Martins at turn 4.
Yeah.
That's the gravelly at the end. Almost 180 degree corner.
Yeah.
He's gonna go for moving there. Crawford, he's basically just gonna pile into the back of him. Martin's gonna pile into the back of Crawford. He's going to put Crawford off into the gravel. Beaches the car. Martins gets a 10-second penalty. Something like that. 5-second penalty.
If that happened, I'd lose my...
And then he's pushed down the grid. And while all this is happening, a certain Isack Hadjar has left. He's won the race. He's gone. There's a safety car. He's already lapsed the safety car. So that doesn't matter.
We really love Isack Hadjar.
Mate, he did so well in Britain. He's a Red Bull rookie going to the Red Bull Ring. Red Bull Junior going to the Red Bull Ring. I see no reason why he's not going to completely dominate this weekend. P1 in quali, P2 in the sprint, P1 in the race. Almost a perfect weekend for Hadjar, and he'll lead the championship going in to France in 2 weeks' time.
Wow, I think it'll be very close between Martins and Leclerc for my championship.
Yeah, Martins and Leclerc will be close in mine, but they'll be absolutely nowhere near Isack Hadjar, who has departed.
As well, so yeah, if that incident happened, I would not be very happy at all.
Yeah, I know.
I'd be furious.
And in terms of Zach, I saw funny, just fell off a cliff.
It was a very good weekend. Very good weekend in Silverstone.
Yeah, I mean, it was a brilliant race.
See more.
It was the only one where no one nearly died, which is usually the opposite. It's usually Formula 3, the young drivers causing the madness. But yeah, it was them that got it all squeaky clean this weekend. But that is all for this preview and predictions. If you have enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, hit that post notifications so you know when our F2 and F1 predictions are out, and so you know when it gets to Monday when our reviews are coming out. So yeah, look out for all that stuff. Make sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell. As I've said, get involved in the comments. I want to hear your predictions, who you think's going to win, who you think will take pole, and who you think's going to lead the championship when we come out of this weekend.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you all very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.